Hi guys, what's up? My name is Shanwin and today, ayan, magkikreate ako ng bagong video, no? Para ma-expound ko to and simplified. Okay? May dalawa po kasing individual na nag-comment dun sa una nating video. Si Mens Rhea at saka si Sherlock Holmes. Ni-raise nila yung concept ng Bill of Rights. Agree naman ako dun. Yun lang, with me kasi, ang naging approach ko was remedial law. Bakit? Kasi hindi naman tinanong dito ni Kaayo kung mag-a-apply ba ang defense ng doctrine. At tinatanong niya kung yung video ay magagamit as evidence. Okay. Isa-isahin natin yung pag-approach. Paano ba pumasok? No? Paano pumasok yung idea ng fruit of the poisonous tree doctrine? Ayon dito kay producer, itong video daw na ito ay hindi daw magagamit as an evidence against another party by Attorney Libayan. Bakit? Ang nire-reason out niya, dahil yung mga materials na ginamit niya rito were obtained illegally. Ano-ano yon? Number 1, yung phone conversation niya na nirecord niya. Okay? Number 2, yung paggamit niya dyan sa illegally obtained phone conversation as one of the elements ng kanyang video. Number 3, sinabi ni lawyer na wag banggitin kung sino siya. Si lawyer. Pero sinabi pa rin, no, na itong taong to ay si ganito. Kaya para sa kanya, itong video na to ay fruit of the poisonous tree. Hindi niya inisip yung concept ng Bill of Rights at ibabangga mo yon sa remedial law. Tama? So, ganun ko din siyang in-approach. Okay? Siguro yun yung part na mali ko. Now, panoorin muna natin tong video ni Kayo.
1. Ulitin natin ha. Review lang natin. 1. Kung illegally obtained yung evidence, like for example, can Attorney Libayan use it as an evidence or not? Alright? Second question. If nagbigay ng consent after the fact, then ibig ba sabihin nito is nawala na yung wiretapping? Now, kung nawala na yung wiretapping, is the evidence admissible now? 3. Kung ang pagbibigay ng consent is with strict na provision ba tag doon? Doon sa agreement nila is wag siyang pangalanan, pero pinangalanan, now what? So, yun ang gusto kong tanong sa'yo.
Okay. So obviously here, gaya ng sinabi ko, hindi naman tinanong dito ni Kaayo kung yung doctrine ba is mag-a-apply para sa kanya as a defense. Ang tinanong dito ni Kaayo, very clear, kung magagamit ba ni Attorney Libayan yung video. Despite of the concept na ang fruit of the poisonous tree is protecting the video. Diba? Yun yung mali ko. Hindi ko siya na-approach ng maayos. Tiningnan ko siya sa ganung konsepto. Ngayon, kung i-correct ko yan, gagamitin ko yung sinabi ng dalawa, okay, ni Mens Rhea at saka ni Sherlock Holmes. Kung gagamitin ko ang provisions, no, ng Bill of Rights, using as well the remedial law, the answer to that question is no. Hindi muna mag-a-apply ang concept, or rather, hindi mag-a-apply ang doctrine of fruit of the poisonous tree because hindi naman isang police officer or what do you call that, peace officer, si Attorney Libayan, hindi niya nire-represent ang government. He doesn't work for the government. Siya ay isang private individual. Okay? So, hindi nag-a-apply yan sa kanya. However, there is an exemption to that. So, ayon nga dito sa case ni De La Cruz versus People, involving civilian port personnel conducting security checks, the court thoroughly discussed that while the Bill of Rights under Article 3 of the 1987 Constitution generally cannot be invoked against the acts of private individuals, the same may nevertheless be applicable if such individual act under the color of state-related functions. Okay? So there is an exemption. 'Di ba? Ngayon, tingnan muna natin kung ano ba ang meron sa Bill of Rights. Ano ba ang purpose ni Bill of Rights? Ayon nga dito, it establishes the relationship of the individuals to the state and defines the right of the individual by limiting the lawful powers of the state. Okay? Kung pag-uusapan naman natin, guys, ang about naman sa remedial law, para saan ba ang remedial law? Ano ba ang function ni remedial law? Basically, it refers to the body of law and legal principles. Gaya nga ng sinabi ko, ang fruit of the poisonous tree, okay, doctrine, is a legal principle. Now, going back here, sabi nga again, remedial law, that governs the procedure and processes by which the legal rights and remedies are enforced, as well as how legal disputes are resolved within the legal system. So, kung anong nababiolate sa'yo under your Bill of Rights, pumapasok dyan si remedial law. Okay? Saan ba maganda nag-a-apply itong doctrine? The fruit of the poisonous tree. Number 1, magre-relate siya sa isang illegal search and seizure. Tapos kung ano yung illegal search and seizures na nakuha or kung ano man yung mga materials na nakuha through that, tapos kakasuhan ka, then papasok na rito yung doctrine ng fruit of the poisonous tree. I remember sharing this story dun sa other video ko about sa 2 pulis na pinara ang isang individual, isang motorist na walang helmet. 'Di ba? Kaya lang siya pinara dahil saan? Bibigyan lang siya ng traffic violation ticket. Dahil nga nagdadrive siya na wala siyang helmet. Yun lang, finish siya. Nahanap sa bulsa niya ang mga drug paraphernalia. So, kinasuhan siya ng illegal possession of dangerous drug. And that very case was dismissed because ano yung naging defense nitong motorist? Because of the doctrine of the fruit of the poisonous tree. Sino yung mga involved doon? Mga police. They work for the government and then a private individual. Diba? So kung sasagutin ko pa yung dalawang question ni Kaayo, sa totoo lang, just like what I said, it's irrelevant na. Bakit? Because the doctrine itself doesn't apply dito sa scenario na ito. And even if tanggalin ko yung concept ng dalawa, ng Bill of Rights at saka ng remedial law, walang kinalaman si Attorney Libayan sa paggawa niyan ng video na yan. Yung pag-o-obtain niya dyan, hindi naman siya nakastore sa isang hard drive ng isang computer. But it was available. Kinabi kong was because wala na siya, sinivya ay hinaid yata, no? Pero nakakuha na ng copy sila Kayo. Yon, ang tanong, was that illegally obtained? Hindi. Because nung dinownload yon, available pa siya online. Diba? In a nutshell, after all those explanation, una, to answer the question, to answer the main issue, can Attorney Libayan use that as as an evidence. Imbis na sagutin natin ng yes o no, itanong muna natin kung mag-a-apply nga ba. So the answer is no. Hindi mag-a-apply yung fruit of the poisonous doctrine, and yes, magagamit yan ni Attorney Libayan as an evidence. Based doon sa explanation na ang mag-o-obtain na isang private individual, hindi isang government. Hindi rin illegal na inobtain. Hindi rin kinailangan ng kahit anong search warrant. 'Di ba? Dahil nga available siya online nung time na inobtain yung video na yan. Okay? So, I hope that clears the air. Siyempre, gusto ko rin mag-comment dun sa gusto ko rin mag-thank you rather dun sa mga nag-comment. Lalong-lalo na kay Mens Rhea at dun kay Sherlock Holmes. Anyway, guys, if you have any question, feel free to share your thoughts. What else? Ayun lang.